Hi everyone, I'm Steven, and today I'm using tinfoil, cardboard, and clay to make Jafar Staff from the animated Aladdin movie. If you're curious, please subscribe, like this video, and let's get to it! To start off, crumple up a few sheets of paper into a large paper ball. Use paper or tinfoil to make some ovals for the cheeks of the snake head. The goal is to make it even on both sides. Tape everything together with masking tape and wrap it in more foil before adding on the snout. And for the snout, I'm just using a small piece of a cardboard tube that used to be the center of a plastic cling wrap roll. Anyway, tape that in place and wrap it in more foil. Keep building it out with paper, masking tape, and tinfoil until you get the shape that you want. For the snake's neck and the top of the staff, use a cardboard paper towel roll. Try to tape it in place on an angle. To make the hood of the cobra's snake head, I'm using a square piece of cardboard that I just got from a frozen pizza. Tape one corner onto the nose and then the other corner at the bottom of the neck. Using a pen, draw onto the cardboard so that the corners are curved. Also draw in the center of the cardboard because we're going to cut that out so the top of the head and the back of the neck poke through. Once you have the shape that you like, remove the tape and place the cardboard off to the side. Start covering the head with polymer clay that you can bake in the oven. The brand I'm using is Sculpey, and I used roughly 1/4 of the 1 pound box to make this prop. After making Aladdin's lamp last week, I learned that it's best to smooth the clay as best as possible before baking, so just try to keep it smooth so you don't have to sand as much later. Once the head is covered in clay, go back to the square cardboard and cut around the shapes that you drew, making sure that the corners are symmetrical on both sides as well as even in the center. Keep trimming a little bit at a time to make it fit. Glue the corner that goes on the nose in place. I use hot glue, but I'd recommend using super glue instead. Cover that portion with some more clay. Bake it as per the directions on the box of whatever oven baked clay that you decide to use. Once baked and cooled, glue down the cardboard, overlapping the ends a little bit at the back of the neck to hold everything in place. Once again, I use hot glue, but I recommend using super glue. I had just ran out and didn't feel like going to the dollar store to get some more. Even though I kept the clay relatively smooth, I decided to lightly sand it with 120 grit sandpaper to even out any bumps. I mixed together spackle with white glue and used this to fill in the gaps and finish out the neck. I let that dry and then sanded away any of the bumps. To attach the handle of the staff, I hot glued 2 strips of cardboard inside the neck and glued one so it goes inside of the wrapping paper tube and the other one on the outside. I then wrapped a thin piece of cereal box cardboard around that just to help hold it into place. Add more hot glue to make sure the pieces stick together as best as possible. I wanted to bulk out the handle a little bit, so I decided to wrap it in poster board until I got the desired thickness. I extended the staff with more paper towel tubes and wrapped that in scraps of poster board so everything was even. To cover up the gap between the clay head and the paper staff, I decided to add in a little strip of cardboard kind of as a border. The bottom of the staff is just a toilet paper roll that I cut into a cone and then smoothed out with some hot glue. After that, I just took it outside to spray paint in black and then lightly in gold. Once that dries, I'll be back with the finished product. So there you have it, Jafar's snake staff from Aladdin. All this took was some crumpled paper, tinfoil, clay, and cardboard. I know the prop in the movie has eyes, but I made the executive decision not to put any in. I think it looks a little cleaner without them. I like the way this staff looks, but let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from everyone. I'd also love it if you would subscribe and like this video. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you soon everyone. Bye-bye. Give me the lamp. Mwahaha.